So one of the big talking points for professional golf after lockdown is what exactly has Bryson DeChambeau done to himself. Now everybody's talking about the fact that he's bulked up, put on a lot of weight during lockdown, intentionally to build that club head speed, hit the ball further, and he feels make him competitive. And certainly first few tournaments out, we've seen dominating the driving distance, hasn't got a win in the first couple of tournaments back, but has certainly been in contention, and that ability for him to hit driver 350, 360 off the tee and be hitting sand wedge into a lot of the par fours, in my opinion, is going to give him a big advantage over the majority of the field. So how can you start driving it more like Bryson without putting all the gym time in? There's a few extra things that he's done in his swing. It's not all about bulking up, the bulking up's helped, but there's a few key things he's done in his swing to help pick up speed, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to use those key things that he's doing to drive the ball further than ever. Right, so seeing as though we're doing Bryson's golf swing and how you're going to pick up some yardage like him, might as well use the same driver. So I've got my Cobra Speed Zone driver. I'm going to hit a couple of shots first off just to show you some numbers of what I would currently generate myself. And I would say I probably do a little bit of what he does, but even most of these things here I could incorporate more into my swing to help me get more speed and hit the ball further. Right then, so kind of just a normal stock swing for me. And that would be a pretty solid one. Yeah, around about that 105. I was probably expecting more 108 club head speed, but 258 carry, 289 total. So you can see that is by no means short, but it's nowhere near Bryson's kind of distance. So there's a few things he's doing in his backswing to help generate a bit more power, and then there's a really good key move that he's doing much more now in his downswing that you see all the long drivers do. So I'm going to run through them step by step and going to help you kind of hit a few shots step by step, because there's a few bits in here and you might find it difficult to do all of them to begin with. So the first thing you see Bryson doing much more than he has been doing is in his backswing now, he's trying to get a much bigger shoulder turn, bigger hip turn. So he's really allowing that trail leg to straighten much more. That allows him to make a much, much bigger turn and therefore coil further, and then the club has also got a little bit further to travel and a bit longer to accelerate. So the first thing we're going to do is do a couple of swings, letting that trail leg straighten. And definitely for me, that's something I don't turn my shoulders full enough. I don't feel in my golf swing, so that is something that costs me a little bit of speed. So let's try that first one and see if there's an initial jump in speed, just from letting that trail leg straighten. Okay, so 107. So we've seen a couple of miles an hour. We've seen this ball speed jump to 159, and we get that carry out to 272. So straight away we see a pickup, and like I said, that ability, normally I'm probably around there, allowing the shoulders and the hips to turn more, that trail leg to straighten, gives me a bit longer to accelerate the club. And that's definitely something, if I was going for a big drive, something that I would work on anyway. So once we do that, it's actually the second part of his backswing that's he's actually putting a little bit of a change in. So historically, Bryson's been quite smooth on the way back, like a lot of us get told. But actually, if you can quicken your backswing up a bit, you actually load your body a little bit more and load into that trail side. So then as we come down, again, we should generate some speed. I did a little video on this a few months ago just as an individual piece, so it's been quite interesting to see Bryson and see how he's kind of incorporated everything over maybe that 3-month period along with the physical change to really pick up some speed. So again, we're going to allow the trail leg to straighten. which will give us more turn. I'm going to swing a little bit quicker on the way back and see how that feels. Definitely feels different, and I think for a lot of guys out there it'll feel a little bit out of control. So let's try that now. So a couple of little thoughts. Don't care where that one goes to begin with, just can I generate more speed? So again, a jump, 110 club speed. Not a great strike, so we didn't really see the ball speed jump, and then obviously my distance dropped off a little bit. But we can see, I've already gone from 105 to 110. Let's go one more of those and see if I can get a strike to go with it. It's a bit more solid. So not quite as quick, not quite the perfect strike, but 109 club speed, 160 ball speed, and again getting out 290. Now, obviously this is a short video and very, very condensed. If you're working on these things, I don't think we want to be just hitting 1 or 2 shots with this. You need to be hitting quite a few shots and getting comfortable with it. But I want you to have these kind of 3 steps to build some more speed. So the first one was let that trail leg straighten, allow the hips and shoulders to turn more. The second part was to actually swing back a little bit quicker to create a little bit more load in your body to allow you to generate more speed. And the final one is actually how we use the ground. Now, within my coaching, I use the body track mat, which is very, very good at showing where a player pushes against the ground. And with all the guys who hit it a long way, we see a very, very common movement. So what we would see is that as they swing back, the pressure will really shift into that trail foot. But as they start down, it goes towards the toe and then quickly pushes back and away from the golf ball, which is where you almost see that jumping movement. Now, Bryson's not maybe jumping as much as some of the players at the moment, but you certainly see his foot spin out. So we're going to do a couple of practice swings with that, while trying to integrate the first 2, which is tough. And yes, again, it'll feel very, very out of control. But I don't mind that. This is about building speed. If you can build 4, 5, 6, 10 mile an hour more clubhead speed, you might be able to dial back and still maintain half of that and have the control. So now I need to see, can I put all 3 of those things together? And if I can I get above that 110 mile an hour that I've seen? Don't feel I pushed as much as I could have done, but I take that 111 club speed, a better strike, so 165 ball speed, 276 carry, and 301 total. So I'm back over 300 yards. Still, for anyone who's been watching my videos though, little goal I set myself was to hit it 300 through the air. Now, I think personally, even as much working on this as I can, I don't think I can generate enough speed how I am physically. So I am going to do some gym stuff. Maybe not going to go quite as extreme as Bryson, but I'm going to do some gym stuff to see when I push against the floor, can I generate more speed? At the moment, I do feel a little bit limited, but I'd be very, very happy with that. So let's hit one more, putting all 3 of those back in, and then let's maybe just hit one that would feel a bit more of a controlled drive and see how much of that speed I can retain. Not a great strike, but getting over 110 mile an hour. Okay, not the best. So my key thing if you're working on speed, like I said, it's hard to do all 3, and I wouldn't expect in 10-15 minutes you to be able to incorporate all 3 of these. But if you were doing them, or picking one or two, on the golf course, have a practice swing really exaggerated. Really get a feel for that speed, and then just kind of hit more of what would feel your normal swing. And hopefully, we still see a pickup. So I've still gone from 105 to just under 110. I'm still at then 263, even without a great strike, and 289. So if you can incorporate 1, 2, or 3 of those things, we're going to get more club head speed and start driving it more like Bryson. Right then, so we could see there quite a lot of information in a short video, and like I said, I'm not expecting everybody to be able to put all 3 of those straight into play, but we saw that ability to turn the shoulders and the hips a little bit more in the backswing by allowing that trail leg to straighten a bit. Straight away was a good jump in speed. Then, if we can then incorporate just swinging back a little bit quicker to help create that little bit more energy during the backswing, we saw another little pickup. And then probably the bit that I find the hardest, actually generating enough force with the ground and feeling that we're pushing off the ground and away. Definitely that's the one I need to work on the most, and I think that's where it's the physical side for me. I can't push hard enough. But you could see it was a really good pickup in speed. You know, I picked up over 5 miles an hour, and certainly from the first one, which was a good solid strike, to my best one, there was over 20 yards carry, and I think it was about 12, 13 in total. So that's good in such a short space of time. So if you can maximize what you can do from a technical standpoint, you're going to be hitting it further than ever. If you then want to get in the gym and do what Bryson's done as well, it's almost endless, your possibilities. Maybe not endless, but you can certainly pick up more speed if you're physically a better athlete. And I find it interesting that so much is being made about technology at the moment, and yet the technology Bryson's used will definitely have been launch monitors, pressure plates, to see how he becomes more efficient. Not the golf ball, not the clubs, like it's getting talked about, but the biggest change is him. He's gone out and he's changed his physique to help him swing quicker, hit the ball further, and like I said, I think it's paying off. And even for me there, I'd absolutely take those extra 20 yards through the air. I actually still need more than 20. So there will be some more videos coming on how the physical changes can give me some more speed. But if you can put 1, 2, or all 3 of those things into action, you're going to start driving the ball more like Bryson. So guys, hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, like and share it, comment below, and I'll get back to as many people as I can. So if you've enjoyed the video and you don't currently subscribe, please consider clicking the button below, ring that notification bell, and then you find out whenever I drop a new video. Follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Ali Taylor Golf. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here soon. Stay in contact.